Bengaluru's bad roads claim a woman's life. A 46-year-old woman died on a badly damaged stretch of road in South Bengaluru, once again raising questions over the city's falling road infrastructure. Her name, Shantamma. She was 46 years old and worked as a housekeeper, and she was returning home on a colleague's two-wheeler. This was around 4:30 p.m. on Thursday. The rider lost control because he was navigating a broken patch of road. Shantamma falls off the road and then tragically is run over by a truck which was coming from behind. She died on the spot. Now, police have booked the truck driver for negligence and detained him for questioning. Now, Shantamma lived in Kammanahalli with her son and hailed from Belagavi's Gokak. The tragedy comes at a time when the government is already under fire for delays in fixing Bengaluru's, a crater of roads, as it were. The death of this 46-year-old is yet another reminder that Bengaluru's bad roads aren't just an inconvenience, they are deadly. And my guest today is Maria Hussain, civic activist, who's joining us on this show from Bengaluru. Maria, thank you so much for making the time. Maria, I want you to focus on this. They have detained a truck driver who came from behind when Shantamma fell on the road and the truck ran over her. Why did Shantamma fall? Because the roads were bad and her colleague was navigating it. But the police has charged him for negligent driving. You see, the point is, I can say if Shantamma was my mum or my sister, I would say, but if the road was good, she would not fall in the first place. The point is that the Bengaluru roads are deadly, Maria Hussain.
Absolutely. Time and again, very unfortunate people have been losing lives, precious lives lost. If we pull out the reports, 80 people losing life just by BMTC bus accidents, and more than 150 people losing their life in a year just because of the potholes that we have in deadly potholes that we have in Bengaluru. Bengaluru, no more IT hub, no more, unfortunately, garden city, but Bengaluru, a pothole city, mainly because of the politicians that we have, the corrupt politicians that we have in Bengaluru today. And every time something like this happens, people lose life, our politicians come back with blame game, saying that it happened in the previous government too, blaming the BJP sarkara. The Congress sarkar is doing that very well. What the problem here is, every time our deputy chief minister comes up with a deadline, he says you will have 22 days to close all the potholes, you'll have 30 days time to close all the potholes. But potholes closed during heavy rains in Bengaluru, is this a joke? People's money, people's tax-paid money being wasted every time when they are saying that we are using the money for development of the city. Not at all. Not at all. No more development for a common man is happening in the city. The common man is facing issues more than what we used to face earlier.
So,
In the name
Maria,
of development, our politicians have made our city a dead city.
right. Maria, I also want to ask you that the recent deadline was, when Saddaramaya went around and said, hey, engineers, why have you been hired, etc., gave them a dressing down and said 31st October. 31st October came and went. Then they said, no, 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 wait, 10th November. 10th came and went. Today we are sitting on 21st November. What is it? Is it some kind of a cruel joke which is being perpetrated on the people of Bengaluru, and women like Shantamma today are dead?
Absolutely, it is a big joke when a CM of the state is ordering to close the potholes and the deputy CM says you need to close the potholes and there is a deadline. If the contractors are not listening to you, if the BBMP is not listening to you, what could be the reason? The only reason behind it, and I would say it even more louder, as a citizen of Bengaluru city, it's only because of the corruption in the city. Is the only cause why a contractor or the BBMP is not listening to your deadlines and not closing those potholes, and still such bad roads and people dying because of BMTC accidents. Just yesterday, we have lost two people in Bengaluru because of BMTC accident, and a garbage truck. So 3 accidents yesterday because of bad roads. But end of the day, what these people say is they will say it was the motorist's mistake, it was the person who was crossing the road. She couldn't see the bus coming, she couldn't see the truck coming. They will look at blaming somebody for it. And I would definitely like to mention this point here. Our transport minister, Mr. Ramalinga Reddy, says 60% of these bus accidents or the garbage truck accidents happen because of people's mistake.
Right. Yeah. It's their hobby to
So,
go and get killed by these buses, right? He's right.
absolutely, what does he mean by when he
Yeah,
says
it's
60%
just
of
cruel.
these
It's
accidents
just cruel.
happens because of people's mistake? People want to die? They want to kill themselves? Is why they're doing this? These are the responses we get when they do not want to own up to these responsibilities. They do not want to own up to their mistakes and resign. Nobody here is taking up the responsibility. This is because of the BBMP's fault.
Right.
This is because of the contractor's mistake. The bad road. He is not close. Okay, now we question
All
the
right.
deputy chief minister and the chief minister. What happened to your deadline on the road there where the accident occurred?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What happened to that road?
Very well put, Maria. And I just lost my entire thing, my focus on that. I've completely come to the end of the show because I was listening to you. How brilliantly put. I wish people had this kind of aggression and asked the government the right question.